Well, we made it up to the waste rock pile. Here's looking across at where the trestle would have been, where the ore would have been dumped. And there's some cables coming down over here. And then behind me is the portal. So here's the portal. Ore cart tracks coming out. They go over there to the trestle. But yeah, this portal is kind of unusual. It's got all this timbering around it and kind of some timbers up there, but a lot of cold air blowing out of here. So there's probably a connection. There's an upper tunnel higher on the mountain, so they might be connected. Let's go check it out. So right inside the portal is this big wooden door. It's in pretty good shape, so we're going to open that up. It's not locked, and that leads us into the mine.
There you go, guys. Notice I opened it with me behind the door so the beast could get out?
Yeah. Okay, so we're going through the door here at the portal. And that's a really long tunnel. A little bit of collapse right here. Nothing major. Ore cart tracks are in good condition. Yeah, this is one of those. This is the second or third time I've seen this where the cross ties on the ore carts are actual tree branches and not finished pieces of lumber. So that indicates either this mine is really old or was run on a very small budget and they couldn't afford to buy regular cross ties. So they took tree trunks, tree branches, and used them as the cross ties. Okay, we're approaching a junction.
Oh, that's kind of fun. All those little bits and bobs. That's a squirrely nail, holy cow.
Straight ahead and then to the right. So here is the branch to the left. Nick said this is pretty much a dead end. A little barrel. He said it goes up about 5 feet and then stops, so it's just a little stoped out area. So we'll go back to the junction and take another branch. So the main tunnel continues that way, but we're going to take this branch to the right here at the four-way intersection. You can see the tracks. Tracks curve this way. And there's an ore chute down here on the right. So here's that ore chute. It goes up above me here at an angle, probably into an upper area, an upper level. And there's a branch right here, and the chute here has a chute gate in it, and they would lift that up. That piece of wood right there where my light is, that's the chute gate. They would lift that up, and then the ore would tumble out through this metal lip into an ore cart that'd be waiting here on the tracks. And right next to the chute, this is kind of rare, is a pegboard, and that's how they kept track of the loads of ore, with little pegs in those holes. And that's what that's all about. And it looks like down here there are some feathers of a bird of some sort. So here's another junction. A lot of junctions in this mine. You can see the pipes. They make a split as well. And here's another ore chute. Again, it's clogged. They always tend to be clogged with rubble. And we just came from that way. So let's continue down here.
Something interesting.
pipes go up here. Alright, check that out. That's a raise. It goes to an upper level. And check the ceiling here, how smooth that is. Probably a fault line. Approaching another wooden door.
Yeah, see, here's this door with the post with the nails
Oh,
on it, so probably was for hanging something.
That's funny. Looks like there's still cables on this one.
oh wow, jeez.
Be careful where you step.
Oh my gosh.
I'm watching.
That ladder leads up to that level that we were looking at before. Cans of something.
So I'm gonna climb this little ladder to that upper area.
Alright
And
guys,
there's
so
a-
you don't have to watch.
There's a drift tunnel up there, so check it out.
I'm not sure what type of cans. those
That's
are.
looking back down on the hoist. And then there's some cans on this shelf. I think those might be old oil cans or something. I don't know. They got a dimple on the end of them. So I'm not sure what that means. And then right here, some kind of name tag board or peg board to keep track of the loads of ore. Or the miners' name tags might have been hung on there. I don't know. But I'm going to continue up this ladder. There's the top. So making our way up into this stope. There's the ladder we just climbed up. And there's the hoist room down there. And for those that don't know, a stope is what this is, and that is a cavern or void that remains underground after the miners remove a body of ore. They call the chamber that's left behind a stope. So we're in a stope, an underground stope. There's a massive retaining wall in the stope. Here's some interesting rocks. Got some, looks like copper in there, that turquoise color. So there's a little pile of what might be copper ore. So that over there might have been that raise we saw earlier in the main tunnel. That's where it connects up and probably continues up to the upper tunnel. And then over here, there's another shaft going up in the ceiling there, right where my light is. That's probably why this retaining wall is here. They might have been dropping stuff down that hole, and they put the wall here so it wouldn't roll all the way down there. So it looks like you could keep going through there, but I'm going to turn around and head back down the ladder and check out stuff on the main level. But here you can see the air and water pipe going up into the stope over that way. And it's coming from over there for some reason. I don't know why, because everything's down that way. But let's head back down there.
Every vibration is just...
Yeah, I know. The ladder kind of wobbled when I came up. It sort of threw me off.
Yeah. Okay, that's a lot better. It's just that initial step is just nerve-wracking.
There he goes.
Here it goes.
Okay, so Tracy's making her way down this ladder.
Maybe.
Maybe. And then we're gonna. These are rare to find inside the mines. Look at that. This is one of those. This is for the drills, right? Isn't it?
Looks like it.
That's what I guessed. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a drill stand of some sort. That would have been outside the mine, pumping air through the ventilation tubing that we see hanging up inside the mines or laying next to the tracks.